we're looking at chapter 30, part 2. In part 2, we're going to look at simultaneous equation. Remember, this chapter is equation and inequality, so we will be looking at simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation is an equation that involves two unknown. Simultaneous equation is an equation that involves two unknown, two variables. You know, the one we did, the simple equation we did in part 1, it was just one unknown. It was what? One unknown, maybe x. We're only solving for x. But in simultaneous equation, we're going to have two unknown, x and y. Okay, we're going to have two unknown, x and y. So as a result of that, we'll be dealing with two things that we don't know. We have to find simultaneously. So because of that, we have to find a way to solve two unknown. Because it's not easy to solve it like the way we did just now. We cannot solve it by the way we did just now. So let's take a look at the method we can solve simultaneous equations. Since we say simultaneous equations are equations that involve two unknowns. Now let's take a look at the method with which we can solve simultaneous equations. The most popular one is by elimination method. By using elimination method. The next to that is substitution method. And another method that is also popular, that is not so popular but is also used, is called equity expression method. Equity expression method. And another method that we can use is graphical method. So we can use graph method, plotted graph method, plotted the two equations, plotted them and plotted the graph to solve where they intercede. We can the coordinate point where the two lines cross each other. You trace to the x-axis and the y-axis, you get the value of x and the value of y. So it's also a way of solving simultaneous equation, graphical method. Now let's take a look at this first two, and we're going to be doing elimination. Let's start with the elimination method, okay? So elimination method of solving simultaneous equation is, this type of equation is very easy for the elimination. Elimination is to eliminate one variable. Elimination method is to eliminate one variable, to kick out one variable so that we can solve the other variable. We kick out one variable first, so we eliminate from the word eliminate, we eliminate one variable. For this type of equation, 3x plus y equals to 9, 5x minus y equals to 7. It's very easy to eliminate one variable. You can see x and y is already there, like single unit. There's plus and minus. Anytime we have plus and minus, what we do? We add. We say add equation 1, equation 2. You know, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. We add them. We add equation 1 and 2. So if I add 3x plus 5x, I'll get 8x. I'll get 8x. And if I add y plus minus y plus y minus plus minus y, I'll get 0. Plus y, add it to minus y, you get 0. They will cancel each other out. Then, so what we have now is to add 7 and 9 and 7. If you add 7 and 9, you get 16. You get 16. So the next is you divide both sides by 8. Because we're looking for x. Why we divide by 8? Because 8 is the coefficient of x. So to get x, you have to divide this place by 8. And you also have to divide this place by 8. You also have to divide this side by 8. So when you do that, x will be equal to 2. X will be equal to 2. So you found the value of x. That's not the end, remember. There are two variables, two unknown. You've only found one. So now you have to find the other one. So to find the other one is to take this value of x and substitute it to any of these equations. So we can simply substitute it to equation 1 and we'll get value. Why did we add? Before we move on, why did we add? Why did I not say subtract? In this elimination method, in elimination, if you have two opposite signs, plus and minus, and this variable are same, maybe 2y here, plus 2y minus 2y, you add. When the signs are different, opposite, you add. When the signs are same, like minus and minus, you subtract. When they are plus, plus, you subtract. When you have same sign for the variable you want to eliminate, when they have the same sign, you subtract. But when they have different sign, like plus and minus, you add. Okay? So let's move on. You found x equal to 2. So what you do, you must substitute in equation 1 in order to get the value of y. So if I remember, equation 1 is what? 3x plus y, right? 3x plus y equal to 9. That was the equation 1. Now we already found x. We already found the value of x. So what we should do is to put the value of x we found, which is 2, put it here. Substitute the value of x, which is 2, put it here. So it becomes 3 times 2. Not 3 plus 2, okay? It's 3 times 2. So you can put bracket to let you know that it's multiplication. Okay, you can say 3 times 2 plus y equal to 9. Plus y equal to 9. So when you do that, you get 6. You get 6. 3 times 2 is 6. You get 6 plus y equal to 9. 6 plus y equal to 9. Now this has become another simple equation. So you just move the 6 to the right. Okay. When the plus 6 come to the right, it will be minus 6. So you have y equal to 9 minus 6. You have y equal to 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6. So 9 minus 6 is 3. So you have y equal to 3. You have y equal to 3. Now, when you finish, you must bring the two answers together. You come, you say x equal to 2. Say x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Y equal to 3. Put your two answers together like this in one line, to make it conspicuous so that the examiner or whoever is seeing your work will see your answers. Okay? So the marks for answers are separate from the marks for solving. So you write out your answer clearly. So x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. See, x equal to 2 and your y equal to 3. Now you can check. How do you check? You can come here. X is 2. 2 times 3, you get 6. Y is 3. 6 plus 3, you get 9. It's equal to 9. If you do for this same thing, you also get this. You get this one to be 7. 5 times 2, 10. 10 minus 3, you get 7. So that's the checking. You can check to see whether your equation is correct. Is that okay? So here's another one for elimination. Now we still go to do elimination, but this time around we just use highlighter to show you what you need to see. Now this one, you can see the signs are same. We want to eliminate y. Why are we eliminating y? Because y is same. We eliminate the one that is same if you have. If they are not same, we try to make them same. Like the way you used to make denominators same in fractions whose denominators are not same. So in simultaneous equation, the one you want to eliminate, you make them same. You make the value same. This one y, this one y. Since the values are already same by default, it makes it easier for us. If they made it already same, it makes it easier. So if the sign are also same, I say you subtract. Remember just now we add, because the sign were opposite, it was plus minus. Now the signs are same. I say if the signs are same for the one you want to eliminate, if the signs are same, you what? You have plus y, you also have plus y. Because if you add, if you say add, this one will be 2y. It's not eliminated. So look at the logic. If you say, okay, let's add. This one, here will be 5x, here will be 2y. Did you eliminate? No. So you still compounded your problem. So see, if the signs are same, you say subtract. So we go to subtract, like you're going to say 4x minus x, you're going to get 3x, which gave us this one. And you're going to say y minus the subtraction, minus y, will be 0, will be gone. So it will no longer appear. Equal to 23 minus 8. 23 minus 8, that gives us 15. That gives us 50. So to find x divided both sides by 3, you get x equal to 5. Now once we get the value of x, then we can find, y from any of these equations. So we can use equation 2 because equation 2 looks very plain and simple. Any equation you use, because you already got x, just put x in place of, look at the equation 2, x plus y is 8, that's equation 2. So write it, x plus y is 8, that's your equation 2. Then we already found x to be 5. Put 5 in place of x, you say 5 plus y equal to 8. 5 plus y equal to 8. Then you bring y to the right, it becomes 8 minus 5. Sorry, I say y. Bring 8 to the right, so it becomes y equal to 8 minus 5. 8 minus 5 gives you 3. That's how we got y equal to 3. Okay, so you found your x, you found your y. So like I said, always write out your answer. You can check by putting the values here. X is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And y is 3. 20 plus 3 is 23. See, it matches with what the equation said. So it means you checked. You can also check here. Here is a 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. See, y is 3, x is 5. 5 plus 3 equal to 8. So that's the checking. Means you are correct. The answers you got, we are correct. But like I said, you should write out your answer. You should always say x. When you finish, you should write out your answer, the values of x and the value of y. You say x equal to 5. Don't just say, oh, because you've reached here, you already say x is 5 and y is 5. Then you stop there. No, you should write them out together in one line to show the examiner, because the marks for answer is different from the marks for solving. This one is still in the solving process. The marks for the answer is different from the marks for the solving. So you write out your answer and you get the marks for the answer. The marks for the answer are usually 1 mark, and then you get it if you show your solving. Okay, that's that for that. Okay, let's move on. Say more further equation, but now by substitution. Second method, we're going to substitution. Second method, right? We're going to use substitution. Now, to use substitution, what it means is that we're going to write equation 1 and equation 2. We're going to create equation 3. Okay, maybe this one will solve it out to show it more clearly. So we write this one out. We write 3x plus y, 3x plus y plus y, 3x plus y equal to 9. Okay, I'm kind of slow because it's lagging. Equal to 9. Okay, that's the first equation. So you call it equation 1. Call this equation 1. Call this equation 1. Equation 1. Okay, then we write the second one. We say 5x. 5x we say 5x minus y is equal to 7. The same equation we solved just now with elimination. We want to do it with substitution. Equal to 7. We call it equation 2. Call this one equation 3. Substitution, we're going to use one of the equations to create equation 3. And then we substitute equation 3 to the other equation. Call this equation 2. Okay? Now we're going to use one of them to make equation 3. And then we substitute. Now let's use equation 1 to make equation 3. So if I want to make equation 3, I will make y the subject. To make y the subject, become y we say y is equal to make y the subject, we say y equal to 9 minus 3x. 9 minus 3x. 9. Okay, 9 minus 3x. So I call it equation 3. So I just made y the subject of formula. We just made y the subject of formula, and we call it equation 3. Now, remember we used 1 to make 3. We're going to substitute 3 to 2. We use 1 to make 3. It's largely okay. We use 1 to make 3. We use 1 to make equation 3. And we're going to use equation 3. We're going to substitute 3 to 2. So this is what we did. We say we use 1 to create equation 3. And the next thing we do, we're going to substitute equation 3. We're going to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Not equal equation 1 again. Into equation 2. You know we've not done anything to 2. So we're going to substitute 3 to 2. This is what we do, okay? We use equation 1 to create equation 3. You can use equation 2 to create 3. It doesn't matter any one you want to use. If you use 2 to create 3, you substitute 3 to 1. If you use 2 to create 3, you substitute. You understand, right? It's a kind of I use 1 to make 3, I use 3, I substitute 3 into 2. If I use 2 to make 3, I substitute 3 into 1. Okay, so now what it means is that now I use 1 to make 3, this one. I use equation 1 to make equation 3, this one. We use it to create equation 3. Now what we're going to do is to substitute this equation 3 into 2. So substitute this equation 3. So substitute this equation 3 into 2. Into equation 2. Okay, so what does that mean? Meaning anywhere I see y, I'll put 9 minus what? 9 minus 3x. Anywhere I see y. So I'll write 5x. I'll write 5x because I want to substitute now. I'll write 5x. That's why they call it substitution method. I'll write 5x minus. Instead of writing minus y, I'll replace. You know, y, you say y is equal to what? You've already said y is equal to something. Right? You already said y is equal to 9 minus 3x. So instead of writing minus y, I'll replace y with 9 minus 3x. So, meaning it's better to open a bracket, right? It's better to open a bracket. So when you open a bracket, instead of writing y, you replace it with what? Because this y is equivalent or is equal to 9 minus 3x. So we put, in place of y, we put 9 minus 3x. So I put here 9 minus 3x minus 3x. Nine minus 3x. Okay, 9 minus 3x. Okay, so we close it. 9 minus 3x, we close the bracket, sorry, is equal to 7. It's equal to 7. Super laggy. Okay, I think maybe we'll continue with the other, with the listing. Equal to 7. So now, this is the only thing students also make mistake. You see this minus? You use only this minus to multiply inside the bracket. So this one will give me 5x. I write my 5x. I write 5x. Minus 9. Because this minus will multiply this 9. Become minus 9. 5x minus 9. 5x minus 9. This minus times this minus become plus 3x. So now, don't be wondering how I got plus 3x. Because the minus outside, we multiply the minus inside. So I get plus 3x. I get what? Plus 3x equal to 7. Plus 3x equal to 7. Now here you collect like terms. This one plus 3x, you get 8x. So if you add them, you get 8x. So this is where we get the 8x from. See? You get 8x. Right? Okay, we are using different substitution. So you get 8x. So you get 8x. This one plus this one, you get 8x. And then 8x, you move this minus 9 to the right. It becomes 7 plus 9. That's 16. So 8x equal to 16. So we can take it up from here. 8x equal to 16. Even if you follow different route, but at this junction, you reach the same place. 8x equal to 16. Divide both sides by 8. X equal to 2. Okay? Once you get x equal to 2, you can substitute it to any of the equations. Remember, you already have equation 3 of y. You say y equals to 9 minus 3x. This is already, so when you get x for substitution method, x equal to 2, just come and substitute it here. How? You already got x equal to 2 here, right? Here we already got x equal to 2. X equal to 2. You finish this one up, because the video is laggy, so I cannot write everything. So, since you got x equal to 2, you just come here and substitute here to find y. Y equals to 9 minus 3x. So I put the value here. 3 times 2, I get 6. I get 6 here. Because x is 2. 3 times 2, I get 6. 9 minus 6, we get 3. So our y equal to 3. Our y. All these ones are no calculator paper. You know, in 2025 now, the exam is going to be paper 2 is non-calculator paper. No more calculator in paper 2. They're just starting it this year. So you should learn your multiplication table very well. If you don't know your multiplication table in everything you are looking for calculator, you go to find paper 2 challenging, which is very easy actually. Okay, so you get 3. Y is equal to 3. We solve y. So that's what we got before when we use elimination method. X was 2 and y was 3 when we use elimination for this same equation. Okay, so even though we cannot write it because it's laggy, but we'll be able to show that x equal to y equal to 3, right? Okay, so that's that for that. Now that's a substitution. Substitution to make, say, another equation. To do this one, make this one equation 3. You just say y equal to 8 minus x. You can make x the subject. It doesn't matter. Okay? If you want to say, for this, if you want to make x, you say x equal to 8 minus y. Meaning, anywhere you see x, you're going to replace it with 8 minus y. If you're making y, you say y equal to 8 minus x. Make this one equation 3. Substitute anywhere you see y, put 8 minus x. So here will be 4x plus 8 minus x equal to 23. Right? So you get 3x plus 8 equal to 23. So you say 3x minus 8 equal to 15. Divide both sides by 3, you get x equal to 5. You get this one, x equal to 5. Right? You get x equal to 5. So once you get x equal to 5, remember we already made this one. We say y equal to 8 minus x. So you bring the 5 here. It becomes 8 minus 5 instead of 8 minus x. Then you get y equal to 3. So you write your both answer. X equal to 5, y equal to 3. Write both of them out. So that's for substitution. Pause the video and solve all these questions. This is for the simultaneous equation. Maybe they give you, they don't tell you which method to use. They just give you, you solve with any method you like. Okay? Now we want to use elimination to solve this one. Now let's take a look at this one together using elimination. Okay? We have 3x plus 2y equals to 22 and you have x plus y equal to. If you want to use substitution, you make y the subject, you make x the subject. But we want to use elimination. But they don't have the same coefficient. We want to use elimination and we want to eliminate y. But you see, here's 2y, here's y. They don't have the same coefficient. So what we do, I'll take the coefficient of this one, these two, to multiply this whole equation. You know, this one is the coefficient is 1. You take the coefficient of this one to multiply this one. So since it's 1, no need to multiply. It will be the same thing. So just take the coefficient of these two to multiply the whole of this one. So what we mean, this equation will remain same, this one, because you are multiplying with 1, the coefficient of y. So it will be same, 3x plus 2y equal to 22 will be same. But this one will now be different, because I'm taking the coefficient of 2, this 2 for this y, this 2, I'm using it to multiply the whole of this equation. We're using it to multiply the whole of this equation. So 2 times x, I get 2x. Right? 2 times x, we get 2x. 2 times y, we get 2y. 2 times 9, we get 18. Now, they are same. You see 2y, 2y. Now we can eliminate. You know, if they are not same, you cannot eliminate. Now we can eliminate since they are same now. Now to eliminate, since they have the same sign, plus, plus, since they are same and they also have the same sign, plus, plus, we're going to say subtract. When they have same sign, you say subtract. When the signs are different, you say add. So since they have the same sign, plus, plus, we're going to say subtract. Now if I put subtract here, like minus here, for example, I put bracket. So I will say 3x minus 2x, I'll get x. 1x means x. 2y minus 2y will be 0, so no need to write that. 22 minus this one, this minus 18, we get 4. So x equal to 4. Straight away, we already got the answer for x. Straight away, we got the answer for x. Now, once we get x equal to 4, you can use the simplest equation, put the value of x in the simplest equation, and you find y. S is 4, you put 4 here. 4 plus y equal to 9. Move the 4 to the right, it becomes 9 minus 4. So y equal to 5. So y is equal to 5. Now, I say write both out. S equal to 4 and y equal to 5. It's laggy, so just presume you can write out yourself. S equal to 4, y equal to 5. Okay, we move on to another one. This is another one. We're also going to use the elimination. We can decide which one we want to eliminate. We want to eliminate y. The signs are opposite. The signs are opposite. Since the signs are opposite, I'm going to what? Add. I'm going to add. But you cannot add now because they are not the same. The coefficients are not the same. You have minus 3y here, you have plus 4y. See, they are same before you can eliminate. Okay, so to make them same, the one you want to eliminate is the one you use to multiply. If I'm eliminating x, I'll take this coefficient of this x in equation 2. I'll use to multiply the whole of equation 1. And I'll take this coefficient of x in equation 1. I'll use to multiply the whole of equation 2. That's if I want to eliminate x. If we want to eliminate x. But right now we want to eliminate y. If you want to eliminate y, you take this coefficient. Don't take the minus or the plus. Just take the 3. Take this 3 here. Use it to multiply the whole of this equation 2. Then take this 4. Take this 4 here. Use it to multiply the whole of equation 1. Okay? So this, now let's start with taking this 3. Or let's start with taking this 4. To multiply the whole of equation 1. We take this 4. We multiply the whole of equation 1. So I'm going to multiply equation 1 with 4. So 4 times 5x, we get 20x. 4 times minus 3y, we get minus 12y. 4 times 1, we get 4. That's how we got this equation 3. Now it's called equation 3. Now we take the coefficient of equation, coefficient of y equation 1 to multiply the whole of equation 2. Remember the coefficient is 3. We take 3 to multiply equation 2. Now you say 3 times 3x, we get 9x. We get what? We get 9x. 3 times 3x, we get 9x. Then this 3 times 4y, we get 12y. Then the 3 times 18, we get 54. Now, because now you decide, you can see there are 12y and 12y. One is minus, one is plus. Since the signs are opposite, we add. You add. Since the signs are opposite, you add. You add equation 1, equation 3, and equation 4. This one is now called equation 4. You add them. So you add 20x plus 9x, you're going to get 29x. 20x plus 9x, that's how we got 29x. Now, why are we adding? So that we can eliminate the whole of this y. Minus 12y plus 12y is 0. So this one will be eliminated. Then 4 plus 54, you get 58. So 29y equals to 58. Now to find 29x, sorry. 29x equals to 58. Now to find x, you divide both sides by 2. Sorry, divide both sides by 29. So if I divide here by 29, I get x. If I divide 58 by 29, I get 2. So my answer is equal to 2 for x. Remember, you're looking for two unknowns. You're looking for x and y. So you don't stop here. Once you get this answer, you come to the equation, any of the equation, whether equation 1, equation, you substitute the value. So let's say we are using equation 2. Remember, x is 2. So 3x plus 4y equal to 18. That's equation 2. You can use any equation you like. It's the same thing. If you don't make mistake, you get the same answer. So x is 2. We've already solved x to be 2, so we substitute it here. So we say 3 times 2, we get 6. That's how we got 6 here. Plus 4y equal to 18. This becomes a simple equation. So you move the 6 to the left, to the right. It becomes 18 minus 6. 4y equals to 18 minus 6. 4y equal to 18 minus 6. So when you say 18 minus 6, you get 12. So 4y equal to 12. So to find y, we divide both sides by 4. We divide both sides by 4. So here divide by 4, you get y. And 12 divided by 4, you get 3. So y equal to 3. So normally, traditionally, like I said earlier, once you get the answer, you write the answers out. So you say x equal to 2, x equal to 2, and y equal to 3. So we have used the elimination method to solve this type of equation. So here you pause the video and solve all of these questions. So I hope we'll be able to attend to you attentively. For this one, I just show you something before we go. We did it in part 1 before, but this is about perimeter. Perimeter is the total distance around the object. So you go to add x plus 3 plus x plus 5. You know this place is x plus 5 plus 8 plus 8 plus x plus 8 equal to the perimeter, equal to 54. So you add all the x together. You add all the x. So you get x plus x, 2x, 3x, right? 4x. So you have 4x. Add all the number. 3 minus 5, you get negative 2. Plus this, you get 6. Plus this, you get 40. Plus this, plus another 8. 40 plus 8, you get 22. So that's how you got this 22. So this is 4x equal to 54, which is the perimeter. This has become a simple equation now. You solve it. So you say 4x, you move 22 to the right, becomes 54 minus 22, you get 32. 54 minus 22, you get 32. Divide both sides by 4, you get x equal to 8. So once you get x equal to 8, you can find this length, 8 plus 8. So here is 16. This length is 16. This is 8 plus 3. This length is 11. This is 8. This is 8 minus 3, which is 3, 8 minus 5, which is 3. Here's 8, here's 8. So you find the whole length of every side. Okay, so with this, we've come to the end of this part. Our next class will be going to quadratic equation. Part 3 of this class will be going to quadratic equation. I will start it by factorization. Thank you for joining our class. Thank you.